I really worry about humanity. If everybody is sat in their house on a screen like this, don't talk to another person, don't get flirting over the water cooler. What does that do to us? What does that do to us, Michael?
Well, no, look, human contact is absolutely essential. But one of the things I was raising right at the start when lockdown first happened was, from a business point of view, if you're running a business, what is the incentive, for instance, to dish out for a big London office that costs you a lot of money if you can take a slight hit on productivity? And, you know, I've got friends, for instance, in sales jobs. Well, that's all online now. Your bosses can monitor you remotely, how many calls you're making, how your sales are going. And so from a business point of view, I think that was always going to be the case of, do businesses still need to invest in having that space? Apart from, the question of whether it's mentally good for you. In terms of the civil service, I mean, I find it absolutely bonkers, and well done, Jacob Rees-Mogg is right on this. How can it be the case, they've had these figures released, that the Department for International Trade's at 73% capacity, but the Department for Education's at 25%? What is that disparity all about? How can that possibly be justified?
Well, if you've tried to do anything with the DVLA recently, you'll know that no one's picking up the phone. They're not doing anything. And in fact, the DVLA were in the paper for saying just that, weren't they? That the people working for the DVLA have just not been doing their job.
Yeah, so several aspects of this. The taxpayer-funded side of it, and obviously the mental side of it in terms of young people going out there, out and about. You know, increasingly we're isolated, some people, through social media, for instance, because it's easier now just to message people, FaceTime them. How much are people going out now and actually going and spending money and having that face-to-face contact? But I certainly think, as I said, from the business point of view and the taxpayer point of view, these are all things that are going to have to be tackled. I mean, the government should be getting, I think, civil servants back into the office. But that business point of view, you know, I've always said it from the start, are businesses going to go back? Are you going to have the London 100% in terms of the business investment on premises that you had before? I'm not sure, because if you can save that cost, you'll take the hit to productivity.
Well, I had a mate who had 2 offices. He had some sort of digital tech business. And when lockdown happened, he said to his staff, where do you want to work? Do you want to work at home or do you want to work in the office? One of those offices cost him 100 grand a year in rent. The other one cost him 25 grand a year in rent. He's a very successful man. And they all said, no, we want to work from home. And so he has just closed the office that cost him 100 grand a year. That's 100 grand a cost he has saved overnight. And he gave his employees the choice.